Hello everyone, my name is Swapna Hazare, Assistant Professor in Botany from Mahatma Phule Mahavidyalaya, Pimpri. So today I am going to discuss about the impact of climate change on coastal vegetation, that is particularly mangroves. So first of all, about the introduction of what is meant by the climate change. So climate change is increase in temperature, carbon dioxide concentration, rise in sea level, and extreme weather events like cyclones and droughts. These are the consequences of the global climate change. As sea level rises, low-lying coastal areas are bound to be subjected to increased cases of flash floods, storms, surges, coupled with coastal erosion. With thermal expansion of seawater through atmospheric heat, coastal bleaching and acidification is expected to increase, and freshwater swamp and marshes will susceptible to saltwater intrusion due to sea level rise. Coastal communities across the globe are expected to be the worst hit by this particular effect of climate change. So next is what are mangroves? So these mangroves, these are the large and extensive collection of medium height trees and shrub that grows in saline coastal sediment areas in tropics and subtropics. They grow at a intersection of oceans, freshwater and lands. The most productive and complex ecosystem on planet, growing under environmental conditions that would kill ordinary plants very quickly, and they support a wealth of life from starfishes to people and are very important to the health of the planet. These are the examples of some mangroves, for example, Avicennia marina, Avicennia officinalis, Soneraceae alba, Eritrea, Rhizophora. All these are some examples. Then about the functions of mangroves. So these mangroves, they act as a buffer zone between the land and sea and protect the land from erosion. They provide a natural shields against cyclone, disaster and protect the shoreline. They provide breeding and nursery grounds for a variety of marine animals. It harbors a variety of life forms like invertebrate fish, amphibians, reptiles, birds and mammals like tigers. They provide a good source of timber, fuel and fodder. These mangroves are a main source of income generation for shoreline communities like fisher folk. And these mangroves, they save the marine diversity which is fast diminishing due to certain human impacts. They also purify the water by absorbing impurities and harmful heavy metals and help to clean the air by absorbing pollutants. The, these mangroves provide a potential source for recreation and for tourism. This picture shows variety of ecosystem services which are provided by these mangroves. For example, it provides a wood as a timber and fuel. Then it helps in livelihood because many of the people they live near the mangroves and they depend on the mangroves for their income generation. Some ecosystem services which include climate regulation, some business like fisheries, tourism, ecosystem and other services, water filtration and coastal protection. This is the slide which shows the status of mangrove cover worldwide and India. Then about the impact of mangroves. So these mangroves, the impact will depend upon the rate of sea level rise relative to growth rate and sediment supply, the space and obstacle to horizontal migration, changes in climate, ocean, environment. Sea level rise will affect mangroves by eliminating or modifying their present habitats and creating new tidally inundated areas to which some mangroves, especially, may shift. The fifth assessment report, published in 2013 by the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, also states that additional changes to surface winds and waves, sea level, intense rainfall, and storm intensity will increase vulnerability to coastal communities and industries such as shipping, energy, and mining extraction. Another impact, that is human impact on mangroves, including climate change, have received much attention of late, mainly because of mangrove deforestation is occurring at a rate of 1 to 2% per year, which implies the most forest will disappear within this country. These mangroves continue to respond to climate in the sea level. Modern responses have been well documented during the past 50 years using a variety of techniques, including time series analysis of photos, remote sensing images, and digital terrain models to estimate mangroves expansion or contraction, as well as methods to estimate modern rates of sediment accretion. The climatic factors affecting the mangroves. The first is higher CO2 concentration, because higher concentration of CO2 enhances the growth of mangroves, but responses are species specific, which may, for example, with many species, response confounded by variation in salinity, nutrient availability, and seawater use efficiency. Rising temperature, an ideal temperature for photosynthesis is 28 to 32 degrees centigrade, which can significantly reduce when the leaf temperature reach high level of 38 to 40 degree centigrade, thereby affecting the net productivity of the plant. The another impact is sea level rise. Due to sea level rise, the greatest threat to changes in sea level can lead to mangrove ecosystem collapse. Cyclones damage the mangroves through defoliation, uprooting of trees, and death of trees. In addition to tree mortality, the nature of soil sediment also get modified and lead to ecosystem conversion. Some studies also shows that the cleared mangrove forest fail to recover due to change hydrodynamics, salinity, and acidity, as well as low nutrient level and poor essential substrate. And the last is rainfall, reduced rainfall. It has been predicted that poor rainfall and increased evaporation can lead to rise in salinity of mangroves, leading to decreased productivity, poor sediment, and growth survival. It can also lead to decreased diversity of mangroves zone, and may also cause reduction in mangrove area by altering competition of existing species. Thank you.